What up, guys? So discovered that the Windows 11 update messed up Zwift for a lot of people, especially with older computers. And so that seems to be the reason I've been struggling. So now I am running Zwift on my phone, but I've been able to set up the tablet in the 𝐵𝐵𝐸 Studio so that I can go ahead and stream and or record for the sake of YouTube. So we're gonna see how this goes. This is not the best camera on the tablet. And I'm not sure how the mic is, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I've got my phone set up right over here with the Zwift program. So might actually flip it over to here so that I can look at it and the camera. Otherwise, that's going to get confusing really fast. Okay, there we go. So I've been in Zwift for 7 weeks now. I am technically on week 5 of the 6-week training, but I'm doing the first workout of week 6. Just because why not? Figure go ahead and jump in, get it done, get it over with. And of course, Saturday has been dog training day, so I do have BFit in here with me. She might make an appearance. Right now, she's just chilling. Had a pretty good day out on the field. The tracking wasn't the best, but it's more my fault than hers. And then she did really on the jump, as always. And then we've been working to send out, so that's been a lot of fun. I know for most of you who aren't in the dog training world, most of that makes absolutely no sense. But if you're in dog training, you know what I'm talking about. I don't think there's anything crazy going on this week. Not sure what Donna and I are discussing on Friday. We didn't really establish that yesterday on the podcast just because she wasn't feeling too good. So, I don't know, stay tuned, I guess. And then do have another podcast starting up. It probably won't end up on my YouTube channel. Not even sure I'll end up on my Facebook, but we'll see how it goes. It's still looking pretty heavily like we're going to move to Romania over Czech, mainly because they don't do the pet quarantine. I know Germany doesn't either, but I don't think that's, I haven't found any property or anything out there that I absolutely love versus Romania. So I mentioned last week I hadn't lost any more weight, and that's true for this week as well. But I've also upped my strength training and whatnot, of course, so I think a lot of it is the weight I was losing and replacing with muscle. So my weight loss is stagnated, but I'm not doing this to lose weight, so I don't really care. I did unlock some better gloves in this Zwift world. So my outfit, my avatar, I should say, looks more like me than when I first started, which is cool. When I was testing to see if I had fixed the issue of it crashing on my other computer, I was just kind of watching other people in the Tour de Zwift race. And one guy must be pretty up in the levels because his avatar was very blinged out, very custom. So, I'm hoping that this is coming across pretty clear on Facebook. On my side, it's kind of jumpy because the internet's not the greatest out here in the garage. But let's see after I download it, I guess. So today's workout is just over an hour. It looks like it's not quite at FTP. But it jumps between 90 watts and 105 watts. And right now it's telling me that we're gonna be switching up the cadence quite a bit, so should be interesting. I'm going through and saving routes that look interesting or sound interesting. So I can try those out once this is over. I was really happy earlier this week because I came home and worked out late because I hadn't got it in the morning. So one of my friends told me the next day that I motivated him to get his workout in because he didn't want to, and then he saw that I was doing mine, so he did his. So I thought that was really cool. Kind of the point of the videos and the live stream and all that anyway, right, is to help anyone who's trying to be motivated be motivated. So, and of course some people just think I'm weird. And that's fine, because I am weird. Me needs to do a couple blog posts. But I was struggling with getting the words coherently onto paper. There's a lot on my mind these days. And it's way easier for me to blog, video chat, whatever you want to call it, what's going on in my head than it is to write it down. So I need to sit down and just talk to my camera and then transcribe it and write the blog that way. I think it'll be a whole lot easier for me. So I will say this one is foundation training, so it's everywhere from zone 2 to zone 4. So I might not be able to talk through this whole theme, and especially since it's on my phone, I can't turn down the percentage if I'm getting tired. But it's probably for the best. I did splurge and get Vika some ice cream after training, and I had some myself, so there's some calories to work off. But she earned it. I know some people are very anti-human food for their dogs, but they only have a short life with us, so I like to tell people mine are not spoiled, just competitively compensated for services rendered. And they bring me great joy, so they get lots of treats. All right, so this one's high cadence at 105 watts. So zone 3. Oh, that's a lot of information on the screen. Well, apparently we're dropping the cadence fairly quickly, so that's interesting. I will say I've noticed sometimes that what it says and what it's actually doing are not the same. There's a lot of times where it's like, oh, this is your last set. And then there's still another set afterwards. So we'll see what it tells me in 30 seconds, which would be about now. Yeah, nothing changed, so sometimes it's misleading. But that's okay. Show you real fast. Oh, nope, unplugged it, I can't. Almost figured out how to show you guys what I'm seeing and me. And just watching me die can't be that entertaining. It's really funny because on the one hand, I can't believe it's already February. And on the other hand, it seems like January just flew by. Time is weird. So what can you do? I made my pumpkin seed protein bread, forgetting that pumpkin seeds are green, which means pumpkin seed protein powder is green, so my pumpkin bread is green, or my protein bread, but it's really yummy. I definitely like just the egg and protein powder recipe over the egg, protein powder, and cottage cheese recipe. It's a little bit thicker, has more of a bun consistency for like burgers and stuff. The cottage cheese just kind of gets too melty. And it's really hard to get the bread to patty the way I liked. So, lesson learned on that one. But this week I'm gonna make chicken bacon ranch hot pockets. But instead of being encased in bread, they're gonna be encased in the chicken with a Parmesan crust. So I'm excited to make those and see how they turn out. And then I also found a really cool, really easy chicken patty recipe that I think would be really good in lettuce wraps. So got a few new recipes to try this week. Definitely not fully keto. Definitely had days where I've upped the carbs. Like today, I had quite a few carbs today. But I knew I was gonna be at the field for a long time. Was super active on the field. And I knew I was gonna come home and do at least an hour's ride. We might do a free ride after this, just for grins, but we'll see how my legs feel. I upped my saddle since the last video, and I can definitely feel I'm getting more of a workout in my upper legs than I was, but I don't think it's 100% right yet. So I do need to raise it a little bit more. But I was so focused on getting Zwift to work, or 𝐒𝐕𝐴𝐵𝐵 to work on this, that I completely forgot. I have been remembering to hydrate and to get my electrolytes and to do my on-bike calf stretches that I learned from the GCN training channel. So I haven't had any Charlie horses when I wake up this week, which has been great. It's also been a really good week for puppler cuddles. I don't know if it's because it's cold or just because they're feeling extra cuddly, but I've gotten very wonderful morning time cuddles from 3 of the 4 puppers. Joel tends to stay downstairs until I actually get up, mostly because if Pictus doesn't try to chase her off from cuddling me, 𝐇𝐎𝐏𝐄 will. So a really good conversation with 𝐇𝐎�'s owner Thursday. Not 𝐇𝐎�'s owner, sorry, 𝐇𝐎's dad's owner. Her dad is awesome. She reminds me a lot of him. And she looks a lot like him. He was saying the same thing, so always fun talking dogs, but also fun talking to the parents of, or the owners and parents of the dogs that we have. Just kind of comparing notes and seeing how similar they are. In April, our favorite Czech helper is going to be out here. But I did see in February, I guess this month now, his wife, partner, girlfriend, I'm not really sure what the dynamic is going to be training in the States as well. And she's awesome, so it's nice to see her getting the chance to get out and about and share her wealth of knowledge. I would love to just move to Czech and stay with them and soak up all their knowledge, but doesn't seem like it's in the cards. But I am looking forward to visiting my friend Anna in Romania if we end up there, so. This is interesting. The track just took me onto a dirt track in the game. And I definitely don't have a gravel bike in the game, but that's the beauty of virtual. I don't have to worry about spinning out in the dirt because I'm on my trainer. It's always fun having the dogs in here when I'm riding because They're getting used to it, so they'll just kind of chill. Sometimes they'll try to jump up on me, which is always interesting. From Pictus, kept dropping a toy right under my foot. I didn't notice when he'd go for it. I get clocked in the head. Not hard, but still. But thankfully, he quickly learned not to drop his toy there. He did not get to come training this morning, unfortunately, because Smith had a lot to do. The training just wasn't, training at the field wasn't in the cards for him today, but Pictus did get some ice cream. Went ahead and shared. So he's happy puppers. I'll probably go bike drawing later as well to give him a chance to get out of the house and get some energy out. Really looking forward to having a bike draw track on our property when we get overseas. To make it so much easier. Here, there's still a chance of a car being stupid or a dog being stupid and causing problems. So while we've only had a few instances where the dogs have darted out into traffic, it's terrifying every time, and I'm not trying to have that happen on a regular basis. I'm curious what you guys listen to or watch when you're exercising. I rarely listen to music. At most, I'll watch podcasts. I'll watch the 𝐇𝐎𝐏𝐄, which is also a podcast, but I watch it on YouTube. So that's about it. I'm curious if you guys listen to music or watch something to help get through the workouts. And if so, let me know in the comments what it is. I know a lot of people who listen to metal music. When I was running, or when I tried to be a runner in Texas, I would listen to Disturbed and Godsmack. And on the one hand, that was great. And on the other hand, I would sometimes push too hard. So, curious what it is you guys listen to. Not a whole lot of crazy variation in this one, which means tomorrow's is probably going to be all over the place. This week 5 of the training, since technically I'm in a week 6 workout, added some standing variations. And I love standing to get up a hill or just to work my legs a little bit more. But it had me stand and maintain a low cadence, and without being able to control my own gears, that was a little bit difficult because it was at a lower watt than I would like to be at. in that lower cadence. So apparently the climb that I'm on right now is 11%, so that explains the name. What the? Okay, there's a random warthog. Adult warthog with 2 babies running through the field that I'm supposed to be climbing. So that's interesting. I don't think I've seen wildlife other than birds in here before. That's kind of cool. Oh, no, that's a fox. Okay, lots of wildlife on this route. This is a new route, so part of the problem I've run into is I'll pick a new route, and then I'll get 10-15 minutes into the workout, and then it'll crash. So I'll pick a different route. So half the routes that I wanted to ride, I haven't been able to complete. Hey, Vika. Baby girl. Wake up from your nap? Yeah? Yeah, baby. Hello. Hello. She cracks me up because she'll lay down for like 20 minutes and get up, smell all around the garage, see if she can find any treats from previous training sessions. And then if she can't, she'll lay back down, nap for another 15 or 20 minutes, and get back up. But gives her a nice break from the rest of the dogs. Gives me just some BFit. You know, sometimes you just gotta relax training. One of the things that her daddy was commenting about was that she's an off switch, which is really nice. Not all working dogs have an off switch, and that can make it hard to have them in the house. But all of ours do pretty well. We also do a lot of brain games and whatnot with them when we can. We try to do it at least twice a day just to let them get some energy out and all that. Walks just really aren't enough unless we do like 6 miles. So one good thing about the laptop that I have that refuses to keep Zwift going long enough to get a full workout in is I have my metabolic prime and metabolic aftershock workout videos on there, and those are still playing. So I can still use it for that at least. Just for the same reason as having a structured workout on the bike, having a structured workout with weights is a good idea. There's a really funny video that GCN put out a while back when one of the presenters was talking about structured workouts in the gym versus just going and grabbing weights and throwing them around. And he was, of course, exaggerating, but he had like 2-pound weights in each hand. He was just like doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Looks like he's trying to do kung fu. And it was funny. I got the point across, but not to say that, you know, grabbing some 5-pound weights and practicing jabs and hooks and uppercuts is not a good workout. But he had no form to what he was doing. It was just hilarious. Most cyclists don't have strong upper body anyway, and they really highlighted that fact. Oh, this just got nasty on me. Okay. I'm on the 3rd interval, just about halfway through. I didn't notice that it was going to up the watts by 10. So I'm probably having a very hard time talking through this one. Trying to avoid just breathing heavily because out of context, that can sound really bad. I do want to give a shout out to my girl Hannah. Known the girl from high school, love her to death. She has had a baby. And she's one of the few people I haven't unfollowed after posting baby pics just because I don't like babies. The poor girl was in labor for 2 days, but then they finally did a C-section. Power to her. Not my idea of a good time, but she's got a healthy baby. She's happy, so that's what matters. So, Hannah, if you happen to be watching this, shout out to you. And I will not complain about any kind of pain, because I'm sure yours is worse. There we go. I will say, once we move and I figure out where my setup is going in our new house, I am going to invest in a fan. Because while it was cold when I started, which is why I had the hoodie on, I'm definitely not cold anymore. Whew. Not that heat training or sweating it out is a bad thing. But there are a few times this summer that I really wish I had a fan in here. Drop down. Someone just finished some kind of workout or race. All kinds of confetti going around. And for some reason, my jersey changed. I don't know why. I'm kind of concerned about it. Oh well. I can change it back, I'm sure. So. I will say the game does have power-ups. I've never used them, but I know it has a feather. If you get that, it like makes you lighter up the hill climb. I don't know, I haven't looked too far into it because I'm not really planning on doing a lot of racing or anything on here. So I just want to ride and have fun. Oh, I'm going downhill. I'm going 30 miles an hour. I thought the beam was skipping out. Nope. I'm just going fast, apparently. It's funny. I will say this is not a particularly hard workout. Like I'm definitely not sprinting, I'm not gassed, I'm not anything like that, but just keeping the steady effort. Gets the sweat going, gets the heart rate going. And even though I know it's not a hard workout, it still feels like a decent level of difficulty. Which just goes to show how much I was slacking off before I got the smart trainer. I don't know how much of that was lack of data and how much of it was just excuses. But no excuses in 2025. As I mentioned in one of my posts, this is the year we retire and just raise our dogs. So I ain't got time for excuses. We got dreams to build. If you are interested in just the dog content, you can search Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or YouTube for Smith and Short or Smith and Short Dogs. All the dog content is there. Training videos, Dika's full, albeit not pretty, BH trial will be on there soon. And then there's lots of clips of training in general. And then as I progress as a IGP helper, more videos of that too. So it'll be super fun just focusing on that here soon. Friend of mine mentioned a couple of days ago that they seem very pissed off. And it's kind of hard not to be pissed off if you're a decent person. I'm looking around at what's going on in the world right now, but then making a conscious effort not to let it spill over too much onto my social medias and things like that, because I just don't have the energy to argue with people, especially people on the internet. and people that are just clearly choosing not to see the truth. So I just don't. And I recommend to most people to just don't. Like, you know, hate watching is still boosting my algorithm, so, and hateful comments still boost the algorithm. I just respond as neutrally as possible and move on with my day. Posted a few shorts that have gotten the YouTube trolls riled up and taken to the keyboard. I just shake my head. When you're busy building a life you love, and you're actually enjoying your life, you don't have time for people who clearly are unhappy and want to spread that unhappiness to others. I ain't here for that. It's too short. We'll say this is flying by. 2/3 of the way through. It's crazy. If you are a runner or if you're looking for a good registered dietitian to follow who has a refreshingly realistic view on food and nutrition, check out 𝐊𝐶. She's also on the Grounds app, which is a workout app. I think a lot of it's specifically targeted at runners, which clearly I am not. But she makes really good content. She's been a dietitian for a long time, and they said she just has a refreshingly positive take on food compared to some others. And unlike me, carbs don't cause her problems, so she even eats carbs. Some of the recipes she shares are amazing. Hey, baby, I know, I hear him. I hear him barking. I hear him. I did see recently. Hey, baby. Hello. Hello. Hi. He's a good girl. Yes, he's a good girl. The UK is now talking about banning 𝐇𝐎𝐒. And I get real frustrated with people for breed banning when it's not the dog, it's the handler or the owner, whatever you want to call it. But we continue to blame the breeds instead of blaming the humans. As much as I love the UK, makes me glad we're not moving there. They've already banned the American Bully XL. And we all know by now that pit bulls get a bad rap. Ooh, nice. Achievement unlocked. So this isn't going to solve anything, but this is just proof that bureaucracy everywhere is less than logical. Almost done, baby. Got 18 more minutes. Good girl. Good girl. Woo. Looking like April, hopefully. Vika and I will trial for her IGP-1. Assuming that I can stop making mistakes with her tracking, because most of the mistakes today were definitely me. So, working toward that before we head out. And then next month, Nachi is getting fixed, so hopefully that'll calm her down. She'll stop picking fights with dogs. And just in case, I said Nachi as an N-A-C-H-I, like nacho, but with an I. A lot of people like to mishear her name on this line. And while there's a lot of those running around right now, I am not one of them. Back on the asphalt in the Zwift world. I also finished the route, so it's restarting. So I'm going uphill again. But we're also almost through this. 15.5 minutes left. Looks like 5 of that is cool down, so this will be rep 4 done. One more rep. That's it. Hope you have a nice sweat going, I will say. It's like 60 degrees outside. I don't know what it is in the garage, but there's no airflow. Definitely getting my sweat on. Thought about opening the side door, let some air in while I'm in here, but the dogs coming in and out would be a little bit too crazy. So. I pretty much stopped filming my ice baths when I'm here at the house just because they get so riled up. So once we move, I'll probably plan the placement of the ice bath in a way that I can close them out if I need to. I mean, right now I could lock the door and close the sliding glass door, but Pictus has figured out how to open the sliding glass door, so it doesn't even seem worth the hassle. And they broke the lock for the pet door anyway, so it's a hassle to get it in. They figured out real quick if they just barrel into it, because it's plastic, it'll just fly off. So I have been using grapefruit juice pre-ride, the same way that I would use a smoothie or something. And while it's not quite as effective, it does help. I thought about having it for mid-ride. The problem is I get really thirsty after drinking it, and I run out of water really quick. And there are a few things more annoying. Oh, hey, my normal shirt's back, yay. There are a few things more annoying than running out of water mid-ride when you're inside. Like out on the trail, you just gotta kind of deal with it. But in here, it makes a big difference. Connor and Ollie just did a bike packing trip in Wales, and Ollie used to be super anti-bike packing, but it seems like he's come around to it, and they had a lot of fun. But just looking at all the cold weather gear and realizing how much of that I'm gonna have to get after we move is slightly depressing. But, oh well, I'm also kind of looking forward to it, so. I did already pick up a pair of arm warmers because they were super cheap because I live in the desert, and some full finger gloves. They were also getting rained on pretty good, and it looked pretty miserable, but again, they both had a really good attitude about it, so it looked like they had a lot of fun. Oh, there's a castle. Missed that the first time. Crazy how much stuff you actually miss, especially when you're streaming. I'm trying not to just look down the whole time. And it does let you choose routes. For the most part, I let it just do whatever. And the funny thing is, Zwift weeks are Monday through Sunday. So if I do one of these workouts tomorrow, I'll technically be 2 days ahead, which is weird to me, but that means I'm almost through this, which means next week, let's do an FTP test again, just to see if I've improved again. I might live stream that. It'll be nice and entertaining for you guys because they are hard. I'm on cobblestones right now. And it's weird because like the trainer does kind of vibrate, like you're actually on them. Very weird sensation. Also a 7% incline right now. I like hills because they challenge you. I don't like hills because they challenge you. But it's funny in the real world because I can usually get up a hill a lot faster than Smith because I weigh significantly less than him. But he's got so many more years experience on the bike and so much more confidence that he smokes me on the downhill. Good job, dude. The last time I did an FTP test, I got the most ride-ons, which is a thumbs up in the Zwift world, that I ever received, to the point that I think it unlocked an achievement. Because you can see if someone's doing an FTP test, and I'm assuming some of the other stuff too, so that was really cool. It felt really good. I haven't been able to do a GCN club ride yet. They do them Wednesdays at 11:30, and I always forget. But my favorite presenter hasn't been hosting for a while, so the day he hosts, I'm just gonna have to set myself a bunch of alarms just so I can do it. Whew. I can see the arch, which for these purposes is the finish line for this portion, and then it's the cool down. Sweet. Whew. Oh man, sweating more than I anticipated I would. The ice bath is gonna feel really good after this. Well, not sure if anybody joined me. I'm not sure how clear this came through, but hopefully if you're watching, you enjoyed it. If not, well, sorry. Like I said, if you are watching and you got this far, let me know kind of what your go-to playlist is, or podcast or whatever, when you're working out. Well, do you listen to hip hop? Do you listen to metal? Listen to podcasts? What's your go-to to keep you motivated in the workout? Most of my motivation is internal thoughts and goals versus music or anything like that. That's why one of my friends thinks I'm absolutely nuts, but hey, it's what it is. After this, I'm probably gonna make myself a burger, do a lettuce wrap with some cheddar and mayo. I would do my yogurt, but I'm out. I've got some coming in my grocery order this week. But Imperfect Foods delivers on Tuesdays where I'm at, so I won't have it until Tuesday. But the nice thing is the price of eggs on there is still like $3, so definitely beats going to the store, dealing with the nonsense, and dealing with $10, I think I saw somewhere, price of eggs. It's insane. I will say I'm definitely recovering faster, even if I don't ice bath, now that I've upped my protein. So I am a big supporter of upping your protein intake when you start working out over any other macro. Obviously I do keto, so I like high fat as well. But I've been really focusing on getting the protein over the fat, just because the fat's so much easier for me. That like even focusing on the protein, I'm still getting the fats, because normally I'll pair, high fat foods with my protein. You just don't want to pair like high fat foods with high carb foods. Protein and carbs you can kind of combine without any worries, but it gets a little messy when you're combining carbs and fats. I did try this keto noodle. I'm not a fan. It's made with some kind of plant fiber, but the texture was like not crunchy, but solid. It didn't really have a taste, but I just didn't like the texture of it. I don't know how to explain it, but probably won't be getting that again. But I'm not a big pasta person anyway, and my noodle-less lasagna, where I just layered the cheese and the meat, turned out really good, so definitely not missing anything. Almost there. Bum, bum, bum. Woot. Oh man. Getting that calf stretch. Seriously, I have always struggled with super tight and like non-flexible calves. So discovering this stretch, which is super easy to do on the bike, has been amazing. I'm not gonna say a game changer, because I think that phrase is completely overused. But it's helped out a lot. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, but I hope that everyone has a good day, whether it be Saturday when you're watching this on Facebook, or Monday if you're watching it on the YouTube channel. So let me know in the comments those questions that I asked, or goals you have for 2025, or just tell me I'm crazy for talking to myself. I don't care. Comments are comments. It drives the algorithm. So anyways, guys, much love. I hope you are staying consistent to reach your 2025 goals, and I will see you next week.